love kick starts again. Starts again.
Hi, this video is showing you how to make a beer can alcohol stove, whatever you want to call it, made from 2 beer cans, and you use mess to fuel it. So you get your can, any can, and you want to cut about 2 inches off the bottom. To make it straight, I use a piece of paper and sort of mark around it. Oh, by the way, it's a bit jittery because I don't have fast forwarding software, so I just cut it. So if you know of any good free fast forwarding software, give me a comment please, and don't just say PS3 because this is like a gigabyte, so PS3 don't work it. Okay, so get your knife, cut the bottom 2 inches of the can off, both cans. Watch your finger. As you can see from my plaster, I've already cut my hand once today, despite having been making these for years and years. They work really well, they're really reliable, especially if you use mess. Not so well if you use diesel or something. And don't use petrol, it's stupid. Try to make it straight, sort of neaten it off if you can. I find it easier to start it off with a knife and then use scissors to finish it off, because you don't tear the can as much with scissors. And these are quite soft cans, so they crunch quite a lot. I would use coke pens if I were you, but they're perfect for taking camping with you. If you're doing DV, I suppose you could use them there. If you sort of half full them with fuel, it will keep going for about 10 minutes, so that's enough to boil, I'd say, about half, maybe 2/3 of a pint of water. Fill them up. You can make big ones, so maybe if it was 3 inches of can and you 2/3 filled it, then you'd probably be able to boil about a litre of water. Takes a bit of playing around there, you have to sort of perfect it. Personally, I use them for heating. I can heat rocket fuel with them, so it's quite hard to crunch them together, but just take a bit of a while. Maybe use some greaseproof paper in between them, slide them in between. What am I doing? Oh yeah, mark the holes on. You sort of want maybe 12 holes, something like that. I just like to keep it symmetrical, that's why I'm using a piece of paper. And you also want maybe 3 holes in the middle, right in the centre of the dip of the can, for where you pour the mess in. Mess is probably the best fuel, although it is quite hard to see when it burns, so you want to be careful. Yeah, and don't push too hard with a knife because you slip and cut yourself like I have. Okay, so you need a preheating tray really, and unless you've got like a really good lighter or something to heat it from underneath, you put some mess on. That's miles too much, and it sort of floats off. As you can see, sort of floats over. Yeah, so even tipping it out, it's still too much. As you'll see a bit later, it's burning the right way through. So really easy to light. Turning the light off because the mess can't be seen very well in the light. Preheating tray, and that heats the mess in the can. And once it's lit, it heats itself, so it keeps evaporating, I suppose, and lights through the little jets, just like a little gas oven, gas hob. These probably cost about 10-15 quid. So what's that? $8 or $10 if you buy one from a company store like the proper ones, so it's a lot cheaper. And you get to enjoy a couple of beers. Okay. So this is just making a sort of holder, and so that it doesn't get too hot underneath. It's sort of adding a little air gap so it doesn't melt whatever's underneath it, heat up whatever's underneath it. Fortunately these cans aren't the best, so it's not really strong enough. You can use a Coke can's a little bit stronger, and or a bean can. A bean can will never break, so if you use a bean can for this bendy bit, it's a lot better. But as you'll see later, this doesn't work. The bean can that I'm using to hold the water is, yeah, cut myself. The bean can is too heavy with the water in it, just bends them, and also the heat later on, it melts them. So yeah, you don't want to do it. I'm just showing the principle, but you want to really use a bean can or something stronger, or a proper holder for your can. I've already got the mess in the stove. The yellow flames because the paint coating is flammable, so that's fine. It'll burn off if you kept using it. But. And now I realise that the can's too weak compared to ones I've used before. And burn myself. See, it's already got that hot, obviously it's very, very heat efficient. And then the can won't stay on. I really need to get some fast forwarding software. Maybe Scope if it can help with that. Use it a good that sort of thing. US channel, it's good if you like Black Ops COD stuff. Also if you just like good commentaries, it's not all about COD, it's just he talks about anything, sort of any sort of topic that you can think of. So as you can see, it's sort of melted and bent there, but after about 2 minutes it's already got a rolling ball of half a cup of water, so it's pretty good. Yeah, the can really wasn't strong enough at all, but this has been tommilkybarkid. Please like, subscribe, view my channel. Thank you for watching.